welcome to today's episode of Cooking with Mark. Today we're going to be cooking top ramen, but we're not going to be making it by the book. We're going to add stuff to it, make it more like real ramen. To start off with, you want to get yourself a pot, fill it up with water. You're going to turn your burner on high. This is going to get your water boiling the fastest. While that's happening, you're going to want to use some Italian dressing, balsamic vinegar, or oil. Really any kind of salad dressing that uses oil, you're going to want to put a couple drops inside the water to keep it from overflowing in case you're not paying attention. It also gives the water a nice little bit of flavor to it. Next, you want to get some vegetables. I like to use bell peppers, onions, carrots, cilantro. Really, you can use just about anything that you like. You're going to cut it up. I like to make it in big pieces. You're going to have it sitting on the side, waiting for this to start boiling. You also want to get some meat, preferably meat that's already been cooked, such as leftover steak from the night before, or leftover chicken from the night before. You're going to want to cut it up into pieces, little slips, to throw it in later on. Once your water is boiling, you'll then want to put in your noodle block. Simply dip it in. The hot water will do the rest. And what you're going to do with it, you're just going to poke at your noodle block until you start to feel it getting soft. When it gets soft, then you're going to spin it around, let it break up, let it suck in the water, let it get nice and plumpy. Once your noodles get soft and they start absorbing all the water, I like to take the pot and drain out any excess water that you may have put in. Then I put it back on the fire. This is the point where I throw in my meat. The reason for that is it takes a little bit longer to warm up meat, and you don't want to have cold meat at the end. So now you have your meat in there, and it's nice and cooked, the water's boiling. This is the point where I go ahead and put my vegetables in. You want to go ahead and stir them around in there, get the noodles bobbing in and weave in and out of your vegetables. Get that going pretty good. Add your flavoring packet. Stir that in very nicely, making sure it gets everywhere. It's already looking pretty good. Now what I like to do at this point is I like to crack a couple eggs and put them in there. The thing about the eggs is you want it to cook, but you don't want it to cook like scrambled eggs. So what you do is you crack them, let it go in. While it's sitting there, it'll start cooking up a little bit, but not a lot. Get your spatula, break the yolks, and then stir it around. This is going to allow the egg to get everywhere and mix in with everything. Now you turn down your flame here, put it about in between medium and low. This is where you use your top. Let that cook for a couple of minutes, well, about 45 seconds. Let it just absorb air. You also want to take your spatula and mix everything around as it's cooking like this, just to make sure it all gets cooked evenly. At this point, I like to put a little bit of crushed pepper in there as well. Kind of gives it a little bit of a peppery taste to it. Because right now you have a lot of sodium in there from the packet and the noodles. They're high in sodium, so it's going to taste salty. Put a little pepper in, it helps it blend it out. Stir that up. It's looking good. Lid back on. Okay, it's been a couple minutes. Your ramen should be done. What you want to do is take your lid off, let any juice that might have accumulated on the top, let it pour back inside. Turn your burner off, safety first. Give it one last good stir. Then pour it in your bowl. Now that's some good ramen. Thank you for watching. See you soon.